Fish. You know, sometimes people want to see fish, but the problem with fish is that they live in the water, and not everybody wants to go to the water to see the fish. So sometimes people take all the fish in the water for the people to see them. That's called an aquarium. During the same trip that we went to the Missouri Institute of Natural Science, I, on a whim, decided I would like to go see an aquarium. So without doing any sort of research, I typed into Google, aquariums near me, and clicked on the first one. I soon would come to find one of the most amazing tourist attractions I think I've ever been to, also simultaneously not realizing how much I'd fucking regret it later. And because I have an incessant need to put, you know, all the cool stuff that I do on the internet, I decided to make a video about it. The aquarium I'm specifically referring to is the Wonders of Wildlife National Museum and Aquarium. Let me tell you, this thing is fucking huge. The Wonders of Wildlife National Museum and Aquarium in Springfield, Missouri is the largest immersive wildlife attraction in the world, featuring a 1.5 million gallon aquarium with over 35,000 live animals and a museum with wildlife exhibits and historical artifacts. It includes immersive trails covering 350,000 square feet with over 1.5 miles of paths. Visitors can experience unique features like mermaids swimming in tanks and a shark cage for additional costs. I didn't know any of that. If you've seen one of the previous videos on my channel, the vacation video, we went to one of the, what was it called? We went to the Blue Zoo in Rogers, Arkansas, and that was a much, I thought it was going to be something like that. I totally misunderestimated just how big this place was going to be. Everything I just read you, didn't read it beforehand. Didn't look into it at all, which is entirely counterintuitive to like literally one of the things that this channel is all about, you know. Literally this whole thing fucking exists to just be like, look into stuff. And my dog just entered the room. Hello, dog. Yeah, what's up? Get on the bed. Go on. No, you're gonna... Okay. I don't even remember exactly what I was talking about. So yeah, it's entirely counterintuitive to like literally one of the things that I try to make this channel about is, you know, learning new things, looking into stuff, and engaging in like, is like learning about things, looking into stuff, acquire information, be smart, not stupid, and then I'm fucking stupid. So, one of the, yeah, okay, I just need to stop fiddling with shit. But irregardless, we went and it was an incredible, amazing time. We did not finish the entire thing. I want to preface this by saying that I had already been to one museum prior, and at this point I was probably awake for 18 to 19 hours. I was going on 24 hours. I was a little bit grumpy and I was kind of spacey. It was really hard for me to like function in society, and you'll see this later on in the video with my mild crash out that I had at the very end. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that later. So I've rambled on enough. Let's just go ahead and get into it.
Then you will arrive at your destination.
Right there it is. Look at that. Well, where's the recording?
Look at that. Alright. This place is far bigger than I expected it was going to be. But look at that. I filmed I made sure we got a good shot of pulling up on it. Look at that. This place is huge, and it's connected to a Bass Pro. Probably straight up not gonna go to the Bass Pro just because I know Bass Pro is crazy expensive, but this looks very exciting. Damn. The moment you walk in the doors, you're immediately greeted with just how massive and expansive this thing is. This thing had 2 lobbies. They had the lobby that you go into first, where you buy your ticket, and then you go through a room, which you'll see in a second, and then you get to the second lobby. So if that tells you anything about how big and extravagant this place is going to be. I don't know what the second part of that was going to be.
I guess we're going to the entrance.
I guess we're going into the entrance.
I guess we're going into the entrance.
Place is insane.
Going in?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, I mean, oh, okay. Up just right around the stairs. All right. All right, hold on one second. I gotta scan my ticket. All right, we are in. Look at that.
Let's put that other aquarium in the shade.
You're right. No, this is so much crazier than. Look at that. Our task must be to free ourselves by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature and its beauty. Look at that. That is just crazy.
Now, I do not know the actual figures on this, so I could be horribly mistaken, but I think that round room that you see us standing in probably has more water and more animals in it than the entirety of the Blue Zoo aquarium. That is no shade to Blue Zoo at all, but I was taken aback by just how big this place was. And it was amazing. It felt like, to me, that I don't know, this is probably just me. As a matter of fact, it probably almost certainly is just me, but it really felt like something out of like a Jules Verne book. Like this giant complex just felt like something that people have theorized and dreamed about existing for centuries.
Media houses.
He's got a spout on his nose.
Look at the hammerhead. There's a little hammerhead in there.
We're dope. Pretty cool.
I mean, I won't lie. The swirling tornado school of fish was awe-inspiring, but nothing compared to what the rest of that aquarium was going to be.
We're high up now, and it's making me
That's
nervous.
a giant dory.
Where? What? No.
Oh, that's the snorkel.
Yeah.
That's the one I was trying to catch up there.
This is quality content.
Yeah, that's right. In the second lobby, they have a life-sized humpback whale hanging above you. If that isn't a testament to the size at all. They had a whale. Like a full-sized whale up in that bitch.
They actually caught that.
Yeah, I believe it. That's a tuna.
Yeah, so it was awe-inspiring and everything. That tank, that giant tank, was just it was cool. It was just absolutely amazing. But I kept having like these intrusive thoughts of like, if that glass breaks, we're all so fucked right now. Like, I just kept having these intrusive thoughts of like, I'm sure that when it was built they planned on this, but like I just had like I was like, I kept thinking about like, if somebody's kid takes like their Buzz Lightyear, I don't know what kids play with these days, and like just gave it a good whack, I feel like I could just see that crack like Scrat from Ice Age. Where the whole thing just, you know, and just utter chaos. Yeah. Am I the only one that would be thinking that? Please don't make me feel weird. Even if you wouldn't think that, or if you went there and you didn't think that, just tell me that you did so I don't feel as weird about it. And then right as you leave the second lobby, you go into basically like, it's like a hall of like fishing memorabilia. And I don't know, I mean, like, look, I've been fishing before, but I know like 2 things about fishing. So like, I was mostly just being like, oh, look at that, there's a fishing pole. Oh, look at that, there's another fishing pole. Oh, look at that, there's another fishing pole. I mean, it was cool, but I have no idea what the hell I'm looking at this entire time. I do have cousins who do. My cousin Brady, he's a big fishing enthusiast, and so I'm sure that if he was there, he'd be able to just ramble on a bunch of facts about fish, like I normally do about other things that we do. But in this scenario, Buggy Borealis clearly doesn't know much about fishing.
Brady, eat your heart out. Brady, I know you're going to be watching this, and I know you're going to see these giant fishing rods. This is for you, buddy. Oh, it's glitching out. That's it.
Disregarding my camera gimbal technical difficulties, as you go through the hall of sports memorabilia, you get up on this escalator and you go up, you look down upon the second lobby, and then you get into the president's place, the area where they have, like, you know, apparently a lot of the presidents like to go fishing. I mean, I don't really think that's a thing that they do anymore. Now they seem to really enjoy golf, like, a lot. But, yeah, presidents like to go fishing, I guess.
you're seeing through there is not a reflection. That is where we were standing earlier.
As we get up out of the very official-looking presidential area, you walk around and you see through the other side of the in-between room, between the first lobby and the second lobby. It directs you through to another room that a lot of people apparently were complaining that it smelled kind of fishy in there. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You went to an aquarium and it smells fishy. That wasn't so much as the issue for me. It was the fact that they were serving food there as well, like in the really fishy smell. And they were not selling fish sticks. I honestly didn't find it. I don't have a very powerful sense of smell. It does, I do smell things, obviously, but like, there's a lot of times where people will be like, oh, or, you smell that? And I'll be like, no, I don't. And I have no idea what it possibly could be from. But nonetheless, we went ahead and went in. And they had a stingray pool where you could pet some stingrays. That was really cool. Done that before at Rogers, Arkansas. But I think we ended up not doing that. We went in and we looked around a bit. And then as we were walking around, I saw arguably one of my favorite parts about the entire exhibit.
Yeah, you see that room right there? Plug your nose, like, put your nose in the circle.
The shipwreck room?
It is. Yeah, we are very...
It's very special.
Alright, so this room's supposed to stink?
Yeah.
I said it's unique. We gotta come back out.
And they're serving food.
That's what we said.
It's the food, is what it is. We all
I
know.
got about this far and I was like, nope.
Yo. Okay, so we can either go all the way around, or we can go in there with the jellyfish.
My jellyfish.
I see him.
Yeah. And it doesn't stink.
I don't think it's that bad. Everybody's freaking out, and I'm like, it's a literal auditorium. Look at that, huh? Isn't that quite something? Look at that. It's just like, it's like a screensaver. That is a work of art. Look at that. How deep down does it go? Is this? I don't. This one just is. No, it's real.
Behind the jellyfish.
It looks like a screensaver, doesn't it? This isn't a screen.
Truly, I say unto you, I don't know what it is, but there is just something almost hypnotic about those jellyfish. I mean, it was, I don't know what it is. It's like surreal. It's like ambient. I loved it. I could have sat there in that room and not gone anywhere else and been perfectly content.
Why are they clustering like that?
Because they ran into each other. I don't know.
That's all.
They don't really have a sense of direction.
Yeah, they don't really have...
They don't even really have a brain. It's more just like a basic nervous system. Like they just kind of...
They don't make.
They do, but it's like more like plants than anything.
They just kind of,
Float there.
yeah, they just kind of exist.
After I managed to pull myself from the jellyfish room, I went and checked out the rest of the stinky room, and honestly, I was very impressed by just, like I said at the beginning, I don't know much about fish, but I really enjoyed watching them. It was very pretty, a lot of colors, just being able to see them swim around. I don't know what else to say. I really enjoyed seeing like the lionfish and all the different types of fish. The amount of species of fish that we have on this planet is just absolutely mind-boggling. It's crazy how many different kinds of fish there are. Maybe this is gonna date me a little bit. I don't know if how many people. Is there anybody walking around who hasn't seen Finding Nemo? Cause like the only thing I could constantly think of was trying to pick out as many different fish from the movie that I recognized. It's not that was not just me, right?
We'd use that as the thumbnail, but oh well.
And then as charming, no wonder I'm single. As we leave the stinky room, we go into basically like an indoor jungle adventure. It was pretty neat. I won't lie. I was taken aback. I was like, that's pretty cool. I mean, yeah, they basically, it's I don't even know how to describe it. I think it was more like a bayou. It's like an indoor bayou. And just how big, I was so unprepared for how long how big this place was going to be.
Use through this door. Oh boy. Oh, bathroom time. I am terrified with how this is gonna look. Oh yeah. This bridge is freaking alligators down there.
Oh, hell yeah.
That bridge is crazy. I thought there was a window here and there's not.
I was watching stuff.
All I could think about when I was going over the bridge was the bridge scene from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Jesus Christ, I may have seen one too many movies. Danger, danger, danger.
I want to see an alligator.
was a rat snake. And I'm like, no, hey, look at the head. That's a poisonous snake.
It looks like it.
It looks like the prairie. Then you got your cottonmouth. That's another. All right, there it is. It's the big rattlesnake.
We're going in.
Stopped right in the middle of traffic. Oh, Lord.
Right here. It's right here.
Oh, whoa, this is messing with my brain.
And before you say anything, yes, they had one of those big dome things that you could go underneath and then stick your head up through and look around and be like you're inside the fish tank. Get off me. Alright? Live your best life. That's all I had to say. Of course I had to do it. When I saw it, yes, I had to do it. Of course I did it. Why wouldn't I do it? Here's a picture of it. And just so you know, here's my dad also doing it. Of course, I mean, the exit was not exactly my finest moment.
Okay. Ouch. Oh, can we make it?
Nope, I'm good. I'm almost there. We made it.
But the other thing I will say is that I was honestly really impressed with just how many different environments they were able to emulate as we walked through the place. I mean, it transformed. First we did like we did the two lobbies, and then we did all the different memorabilia and stuff. But like we went from like ocean fish to then like tropics to then a bayou, and then now we're starting to move into like the national forests, you know what I mean? And I was honestly extremely impressed with just how many different environments that they were able to emulate, all in like one building. It just, the way that it felt like it naturally changed, like it flowed into each other, was really well done.
Boy, I gotta tell you, this place just keeps on going and going.
Yeah, if you can hear that in my voice, is that tone in my voice when I say that is me slowly starting to realize that I may have bitten off slightly more than I can chew.
The amount of aquatic life in this place is... Look how pretty that is.
Hey, look, it's Dory and Marlin. You know, for a clownfish, she's not that funny.
This place just keeps on going.
Now, we did not see the mermaids, but that may just be because I didn't make it far enough. But you remember that thing about the shark tank? Well, that's what this is. There's a dude about to go in the shark tank, and I'll be lying if I said I wasn't slightly envious. But once again, my nerd, pop culture saturated brain is now immediately going to Jaws.
We got a spot over here, it looks like. Looks like someone's going diving.
I didn't consider it lucky or unlucky. Looks like they're picking something in the water.
A person, no. It looks like a person, it's a helmet.
Oh yeah, that's air. Yeah, you're right.
Look at how big that is.
See how big he is?
Yeah, I've got him on camera now. Like, I've got a death grip on the camera.
I am not 100% what shark that was. Hold on, let me look that up. So it looks like sand tiger sharks, brown sharks, and nurse sharks. So I thought it was a bull shark, but maybe I'm not the guy to ask about what kind of shark is what, unless it's a great white or a hammerhead. Like, those two I know. Those two I've got on lock. Like, I can look at a great white and be like, that's what that is. And I can look at a hammerhead and be like, I know that. But, like, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, you get to swim with a fucking tiger shark. That's pretty neat.
It's really
You don't see
small.
him?
Yep, right there.
It's cute, but I shouldn't touch it.
God, how much of this food is there? Good gravy, y'all. Fucking piranhas. This whole thing's gonna be a video on its own.
I don't know if this will make it into the video, but yes, they had fucking piranhas. And once again, the only thing I could think of was that scene from Speed Racer.
Put your finger in there! Do it!
I absolutely love toucans. I don't know why. I love toucans. Like, part of me is always like being kind of curious about what it'd be like to own a bird. Like, I kind of want a bird. I mean, I grew up on a farm, so like we had chickens and stuff out there, but like kind of wanted a bird, for the inside of my house. At first I thought I wanted a parrot, but I feel like that would get old very quick. But I don't know why. I've always loved toucans. Something about them. I love the way they look. When I was a kid, I always used to think that they were like huge. Like, whenever I was growing up, I'd see pictures of toucans in books and stuff that I'd read, and I don't know why, I always imagined them like being like a penguin, like the size of a penguin, right? Like this giant bird, and come to find out they're not that big. Which kind of upset me a little bit, but it didn't make me want a toucan any less. I just don't feel like I am qualified, nor am I like, I don't have the proper amenities or the proper environment to have a toucan. But I really enjoyed seeing this one.
I was walking up the street here.
He must like you.
I saw decorative centipede on the way up the stairs, and I was like, ah! I literally.
Supposed to be an anaconda.
Yes, my dad started singing the Anaconda song. Yes, I sung along with him. When we saw the green anaconda, I don't know what it was in my head. I thought you couldn't have those. Like, I don't know. I don't know why I thought that, but at some point I thought that like, zoos were not legally able to keep anacondas. I think it's because are they endangered? No, they are not endangered, but I don't know. I thought you couldn't have one for some reason. I thought it was a green anaconda. Looking back, I looked back at my footage, and I went ahead and Googled it. It does not specify what kind of anaconda that they have. I don't know why though. I always used to think that you couldn't have one, but apparently you can because they did, and it was pretty freaking crazy. No, it was not like the Anaconda movie from like the 90s with Ice Cube in it though. They're normally pretty docile. They just kind of like chill, like any other snake. They're just big snakes. I mean, they don't really do anything. They just kind of just hang out.
Where is it? Right here. So dark. You can see part of him sticking up right there. Oh, there's the head of the log.
Yeah, his head's sticking up.
So right there's the head.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
He'd have bit you.
Wow.
That sound right, boy.
Gnarly.
That is a paddle.
As we enter the Bass Fishing Hall of Fame, I was beginning to feel it. I was beginning to feel it. I was feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. At this point, we had been in there for almost 3 hours. At this point, I'd been up for quite some time. I had already been to one museum prior, and I had no sleep the night before. And I don't know about anybody else, but like when you get to a certain point, you start to really feel like your eyes are sunk in, and I was beginning to get kind of sick to my stomach, and my head was hurting. I was getting dizzy, and I mean, it's just all just clear signs of like extreme fatigue. I had pushed myself a little bit farther than I probably should have. So I had to take a second and just take a breath. Don't worry, the crash out is coming. I have no idea how far we are. I have no idea how much farther there is to go. But this strap keeps moving on me. I need to find a way to secure that. But we're in the Bass Fishing Hall of Fame, which is cool and all. And my phone's going off. Yeah, that phone going off is like my third alarm to get up for work that I have normally set. So yeah, that means it would have had to have been around 24 hours or so, because that's when I'm supposed to wake up. So it would have been like 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Again. Right in the middle of the walkway. But I'm hitting that wall. We're going on 20 hours of being awake. So I'm feeling it really good right now. My phone's almost dead. I've got it plugged into the power bank. That's what I've been filming on for a while. But just to show you a little bit. I tell you what. Brady, I know if you were here, you'd be all over this stuff. It's exactly right up your alley. Oh yeah. Lots of bass fishing stuff. I don't know anything about any of this. I don't know where we're going. We're under a Now, my demeanor aside, my entire adolescent life, I was always extremely fascinated with what it like looked like underneath the rivers. I've always, I've always had an utter fascination with like water life, like anything that lived in the water. I just didn't like learn about it the same way I did about outer space and space travel. That was always space travel has always been kind of my niche. Now, as I said, even though I was not really in the best headspace at this point, I was actually thinking back on it now very fondly. It was very cool to be able to like walk the exhibit of like walking underneath the river was very neat. My inner child was definitely satisfied with the experience that I was getting. But at this point in my journey, it had more just kind of became about making it to the end because I was like, it felt like I had concrete blocks strapped to my feet and I was just like dragging myself through it. And maybe that's a lesson, you know, maybe that's a lesson in life. Maybe you need to learn to rest. It's okay to rest sometimes, you know what I mean? Because like if you get so wrapped up in just trying to get the thing done, then you kind of miss out on the journey along the way because the way I'm talking to you about my memory of it now is not the way I was feeling at the same time. And part of me does kind of wish that I had taken my time and you know, I think we're going to save this for the end.
This place is huge. It just keeps on going. Shark stuff.
Did you know they have penguins today?
I was not aware. I need a drink. I don't even care at this point.
Crab. Crab. I'm crab.
I know it's extremely dark and I really got to work on this. I'm actually looking into possibly buying a night vision camera because there's a couple of things I want to start doing on the channel. I want to start doing astronomy vlogs with my telescope. I just got to get the recording on the telescope worked out. And then also I want to do some caving, some spelunking. Going into this attraction, it was extremely enticing, or at least the memory of it is now. Because I really, really want to do that in a future video.
What have I gotten myself into? I said I want to keep it.
I don't know how well this is working. See them flapping around? Do-do-do-do. Bum. Blind cave fish.
Do you think blind cave fish have like seeing eye crabs?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I am wearing out this place. What did I do? What did I do to myself? I was not prepared for this. Place is so big. And I have almost been awake for 24 hours. And I don't know, I was not prepared for this. I didn't think it was gonna be this big. The first museum, it was so small. It was so small. And it just keeps going. And apparently there's a whole other side to it that's like not even to do with this. I'm losing my mind. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it. It doesn't end, it just keeps going and going and going. I mean, and then you see stuff like an alligator? An albino alligator? Snapper turtle? I mean, look at it. There's just more and more and more. It's gorgeous, but there's so many. Look at this. More alligators. More stairs, more alligators, more glass. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Alligator or crocodile? You tell me. That's what, no, you'd let me know. Nah, yeah, see, you let me know. That's that. Alright, if people coming this way. I'm going feral. All these animals are starting to rub off on me. Right, okay. Oh. Yo. And then let there be light. Oh, look at that. The foggy. Back into the thicket.
Hey, Kinley, Sydney. Look, it's getting a piggyback ride.
That's the bridge we went on earlier. Flamingos.
Break time?
Break time. Okay. So when I have my little so bright. I had my little breakdown. Turns out I was very close to the exit, but there's like a whole nother half that we're going to go to or might go to. I don't know. I need a break and we'll see where we go from there.
And that was it. We did not come back. Not specifically for anything to do with like it was to do with the museum. Not because the museum was bad. The aquarium was amazing. It was a little pricey to get in. And here I'll put the price that it was to get into this one, and over here I'll put the price that it was to get into Rogers, Arkansas, the Blue Zoo. Just for comparison. Now, I don't think that it's actually a fair comparison because Rogers is so much smaller, but it's not a bad, like, neither one of them were bad. I didn't have a bad time at either one of them. Neither one are bad aquariums. I love both of them. It's just one was way smaller and one was a lot bigger. And we'll let that be a lesson in check before you go. I just don't know if we ever would have that opportunity to do that again, because we did not specifically. I'm not saying we're never going to have that opportunity to do that again, but we weren't specifically there for that. And one day we'll just have to make a trip to go back again. It was just kind of one of those seize the moment type of deals. And we just don't know when we'll ever be back in that area again to do that. But we went ahead and left for no other reason than my body was done. I didn't drive. I rode back home with a bag in my lap, an empty bag, because I was convinced that I was going to throw up. I felt horrible. Physically, I was just exhausted. It was so hot outside, and I overheat very easy. I've been domesticated, but I do wish I could have seen the other half of it. I would love to go back. And maybe, we could you can take a lesson from that. Maybe my trip to that aquarium is almost like a lesson in life, where it's like, don't be afraid to rest before you do things or after you do something, because when you're so tired, the whole experience just becomes a march to the end, just trying like hell to get through it, and you kind of miss out. Because now that I've rewatched all this back, and I've narrated my experience to you, I do wish that I would have been able to take more time and to really take it in and feel that experience while it was happening. I don't think I did it because I was not aware. I did it because physically I was so exhausted. And I kind of feel bad about that. And I would like to go back again in the future. Now, was it worth the price? I would say so. I would absolutely say so. They had a giant Bass Pro right next to it. I didn't go that day. I've been to Bass Pro before. Most people have. But there was like a whole nother half. They had penguins that day, for that day specifically, so I missed out on the penguins, which kind of upsets me, but I didn't have it in me. My final thoughts is it was so amazing. There was so much. I've never been somewhere that big that had that much variety of wildlife. I absolutely adored my time there, and the memory I have of it I'll always cherish. And I'll also have the video to be able to watch back to anytime I become nostalgic. If you want to go, I would highly recommend it. One of the only things that I can really think of in recalling this that I really want to say is it was really amazing how they took the wonders of wildlife and they put it all under one roof. Part of me, I understand some people don't have the option. Like, some people can't go out in the actual world and experience this for yourself. But having done the aquarium / zoo, I really want to go out and actually experience the wonders of wildlife IRL. I really want to go to like national parks, and I really want to go and like observe these things in real life. And I think that's also something that the museum, or that the aquarium was pushing, was that it talked about wildlife conservation a lot, and I think that's an extremely important thing to do. And I really think we all, especially in the times that we're living in now, with climate change and policies being pushed through that really threaten the wonders of our natural world, I think we really need to pay attention and try and take care of them, because once they're gone, we don't get them back. But all things said and done, I would love to go back. I would love to go back and see it again. I don't know exactly when I'll have the opportunity to do so. But if you want to go, if you're ever in the Springfield, Missouri area and you decide that that's something that you want to do, I highly recommend it. It was absolutely amazing. I would give it, I don't even know what I would rate it, but it was extremely, I enjoyed every second of it. Physical exhaustion aside. I think that's pretty much it. If you went to that aquarium and you want to tell me about it, tell me in the comments, or if you want to follow me on social media and let me know there, I'd love to hear about your experience. If you went somewhere better, or somewhere that you think is better, or have any other experience you want to share with me, then please do that. Let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see in the future. Let me know what would make you enticed to watch the video. What kind of stuff do you want to see me do? Because otherwise, I'm just going to keep pulling shit out of my ass. I do have plans. I do have a lot of plans to of different videos that I want to do. Usually I end up with like 8 projects at once, and only a couple of them actually, come to fruition and make it to YouTube. But I do have some hopefully very exciting stuff coming in the future. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. It's a wonderful way to help out the channel. It's completely free for you. And everything, just liking the video goes so far. It helps recommend me to the algorithm, the almighty algorithm, and gets me in front of more people. And if we can grow this channel, we can start doing bigger and crazier and cooler things, and there's no telling where we could go. If you want to financially support the channel and help me keep the lights on, that would be absolutely amazing. You could subscribe to my Patreon. That'll be in the description as well. If you want to see Henry, the world's biggest triceratops ever found, I'll leave a link for that video in the description below. And that, I think, is a wrap. We're all done for another video, and thank you so much for coming on this adventure with me. Bye.